This is going to be fun today because a lot of folks are like skeptical about AI and using artificial intelligence to write, but we're going to use it in fun ways. And also, it's AI, so you have to train it. So the first thing we're going to talk about is training ChatGPT to sound like you. Because usually it spits out stuff that doesn't sound like you. It spits out stuff that sounds like artificial intelligence wrote it. So let's talk about training your AI. So a really easy way for you to train ChatGPT to sound like you is to go and find something that you wrote and drop it into ChatGPT and say, analyze the following blog post for tone and personality. And then you just paste in the thing that you wrote and it listens to it and it spits out an analyzation of the blog post, talking about the tone of this blog post is celebratory, positive, and reflective. The author celebrates their 5-year cancerversary. So it goes in and it just talks about the tone and personality of the person who wrote the article. And then you can say, please use the above to make a list of adjectives that describe the writer. And then it will spit out a list of adjectives that describe the writer.
Candace, can you scroll up again so I can see what you wrote?
Here or
Please?
Up here?
Yeah.
So
analyze
the following for tone and personality. And it's always a good idea to tell ChatGPT what it's analyzing. So if you're dropping in the transcript of a video, you put in analyze this video script for tone and personality. Analyze this book chapter for tone and personality. So you're telling it what it's analyzing, and then it's going to tell you what the writer's like. So then what you do with your list of adjectives is you copy them and you open up a text file or a Word document or a Google document, and you paste it into the document so that you have it, and then you save it so you have it saved someplace. Okay, so those are the adjectives that describe me, my writing style. I have been using the word casual to describe my writing style, and I have been using the word groovy to describe my writing style. So I'm going to add casual and groovy to the adjective list, because those are two words that I like about myself. So I now have a list of 12 adjectives that describe my writing style that I have.
Candace?
Yes.
What does it say? Please use the above to make a list of adjectives that
describe the writer.
The writer. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so now that we know what our adjectives are, we can start engineering prompts. I want to ask you a question. Aside from receiving a thank you card in the mail, what is something that people can do for you that makes you feel good about yourself?
A compliment.
Okay, a compliment. That's a good answer.
I like flowers.
I like flowers. What else?
Recognition of an accomplishment so you can celebrate with me.
Perfect. What is a great way to recognize someone on social media?
Testimonials.
Testimonials. And there's a special feature on LinkedIn called, on LinkedIn, you can scroll down to the bottom. This is David Bear's profile. On LinkedIn, you can scroll down to the bottom of his profile and there are recommendations.
Recommendations.
Okay. Writing recommendations for people that you do business with is a huge compliment, and it helps them. And it's a way for you to grow your network, because people are going to see your name associated with them. They're going to appreciate that you left them a review, and it can start, opening conversations. So Wendy is in the room. Wendy and I did business recently, so I am going by coming and doing a presentation for the group. So because you did that recently, I'm going to write a review about Wendy. So we're going to go to Wendy's LinkedIn page. And she is the director of research and development for #1 bestselling author Melissa. And then we're going to scroll down to where her reviews are. Holy moly, there's all sorts of people joining us. We're going to scroll down to where her reviews are, and I don't see any. Hold on, let me go to your page. Am I on your page? No, I wasn't on your page. We're going to scroll, got a link on her page. So now we're going to scroll down to the bottom of her page and see her reviews. Most of the reviews that she has are about when she did body work. So we really want to give her a review about the work she's doing now and about the amazing workshop that she gave to our group, right? So we're going to go to you do this in your text, your Word document, your Notepad document. On the same document where you save your adjectives that are about yourself, start writing prompts, okay? So we're going to do a prompt. We're going to write a prompt about a LinkedIn recommendation. So we want to tell ChatGPT who we are and what we were doing so that we get the best results from ChatGPT. So we're going to write a prompt to act like an accountability coach, because that's what I am, acting like an accountability coach. Write a LinkedIn recommendation using a positive, grateful, and supportive tone in first person. You need to tell it to write in first person, because if you don't, it writes in third person. So it defaults to third person, that you want it to write in first person. First person means that I am, third person is she is. All right. Okay. So the prompt that we have just engineered is telling ChatGPT who I am, what I want it to do, and how I want it to sound. So we've given it enough information so that it spits out a good answer, right? So we want to save this prompt so we can reuse it. And unfortunately, I haven't found a good plugin for this where you can save your prompts in ChatGPT. So I just am using a Notepad. But here is the prompt. Okay, so acting like an accountability coach, write a LinkedIn recommendation using a positive, grateful, and supportive tone in first person about. So we copy that prompt and then we take it over to ChatGPT and we start a new chat and we paste the prompt. And then we have to tell ChatGPT who we're writing about. So Wendy can, because she provided a comprehensive and fun dream board workshop for marketing coffee hour. So I'm very specific. I told ChatGPT who it's about and what she did and what she did it for. So do you see how specific it is? And I can even get more specific. Right? Somebody throw out a word to describe the dream board workshop. How did the dream board workshop make you feel?
Inspired.
Okay.
Hopeful.
Ambitious.
Successful.
Ambitious.
She left the audience. She gave the audience, she made the audience feel, ambitious. What was that? What is it? Some of the other words?
Optimistic.
Successful,
Inspired.
and successful. And ChatGPT correct spelling and inspired.
Optimistic.
Wow. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else? Should we say anything else nice about Wendy? What do we love about her personality? She has a fun.
Awesome. And a bit in awe.
Oh, and a bit and awe.
Wow, I'm so glad I came to coffee hour today.
Okay, so we have a lot here to work with. ChatGPT has to work for this. Now we just hit the little envelope to make it go, a little airplane, and then we wait for it to do its thing. And during the daytime, around at lunchtime, ChatGPT is really slow. So I recommend using it at night or on the weekends. We're really lucky it's working for us right now. So then it just starts to write something. All right, so I am thrilled to write this recommendation for Wendy Kuhn, who recently conducted a dream board workshop for our marketing coffee hour group. Her workshop was not only comprehensive and insightful, but also incredibly fun and engaging. Wendy's expertise in the subject matter was evident from the outset, as she masterfully guided us through the process of creating a dream board that would help us visualize and achieve our goals. Her guidance was clear and concise, and she was always available to answer any questions we had along the way.
Wow.
But what really stood out to me was Wendy's infectious enthusiasm and positivity. She created an atmosphere that was both ambitious and optimistic, leaving us all feeling inspired and motivated to pursue our dreams. I couldn't help but feel a bit in awe of her ability to instill such a powerful sense of purpose in each of us. It's clear that Wendy has a deep understanding of what it takes to be
Wow.
successful, and she generously shared her insights with us throughout the workshop. Her ability to connect with the audience and make the process fun and enjoyable is a testament to her skill as a facilitator. I would highly recommend Wendy Kuhn for anyone looking for a dynamic and inspiring speaker, workshop facilitator, or coach. She is truly gifted at what she does and has a remarkable ability to leave a lasting impact on those around her. Thank you, Wendy, for the incredible experience and the lasting inspiration.
You know
That made
what's
me
so great about
cry.
this is it sounds, I mean, it's true. It's not like it wrote it. Like, I don't know. It's pretty amazing how that worked. Where it's like, yeah, that's a great review. And, you know, being on the other side of it, you probably like, yeah, that's exactly true. That's exactly what I felt, you know? So I don't know. ChatGPT is so neat.
And Wendy's crying. So artificial intelligence isn't as artificial. If we give, oh, now I'm crying. Stop it, Wendy. I'm crying now. You're
Wow.
crying, I'm crying. I'm not crying. But if we give ChatGPT enough information, it will really put out stuff. And doesn't it sound like I wrote it? I mean, if you've read stuff that I've written, doesn't it sound like I wrote it? Because I told it how to sound. So now I'm going to copy it and I'm going to put it in a text box, file, new window, because I just want to tweak it a tiny bit. I don't want to use it as is, because I wouldn't say in short. I would just go into I would highly recommend Wendy. And I don't think that Wendy is a coach right now, so I'm going to take coach out, right? Because that doesn't work. Inspiring speaker and workshop facilitator, because she's both of those. And then the other thing that didn't really sit with me was Wendy's expertise in the subject matter. I'm changing that to manifesting. So I just, those are the things that didn't connect with me. So now I've changed it to connect with me. And I think it sounds more like Wendy by just making those tiny tweaks. I took one thing out and I changed one word, right? So now I'm going to copy what I just tweaked. And I'm going to go over to LinkedIn. I'm going to go down to recommendations. I'm going to recommend Wendy. And we're going to, yeah, go ahead.
For the vision board is for the year. That's not reflected in that. I thought that was important. Or
I do them quarterly or anytime.
okay.
So Wendy, do you want me to use it under Director of Research Development for Melissa Myers?
Yes,
Okay.
because I'm gonna, in the future, like the next steps will be to get with Melissa so you can financially create your dreams as well.
Okay. And so this is the important part. How did Wendy and I work with each other? So Wendy worked with you in a different group. Wendy worked with you in the same group. Wendy was a client of yours. You taught Wendy, you mentored Wendy, you and Wendy studied together. When Wendy worked with you, but at different companies. Wendy worked with you, but at different companies. So I think that is the one that makes the most sense for this relationship. That's something about LinkedIn that's kind of a little difficult, trying to figure out how to choose the right relationship. So I'm just going to click send. And now that that recommendation is there for Wendy to approve. And if I really wanted to be super fancy, I could grab a picture of Wendy and I together. I'd have to do a little research and then post the picture of Wendy and I together and then use the same thing, the same recommendation as a LinkedIn post. And I could also take it and put it a post on Facebook if I wanted to, or even Instagram, use the same copy. Yeah.
The product, the Zoom board, The
Or
Zoom
a
board.
picture of my board, right? A picture of my vision board, which I haven't finished yet. Sorry.
It sent me a notification right away and I got to message you that you're the best and thank you very much.
Yay. So now
And
let's
then I
see
got
if
a
it's there.
note to add it to my profile.
So she added it to her profile. So let's find it. There it is, right there. So now right away, I'll hyperlink to me, what I do, and then the review. So it links to me as the person who reviewed it. So when you review somebody, when you leave a recommendation for somebody, it gives you your hyperlink. So crafting a really good description about what you do is important. So that's what we're going to talk about next. Okay, so I'm going to hyperlink to me. You have 3 lines right here underneath who you are. You have 3 lines to work with. And that's where you tell people in short, concise sentences what you do. So let's ask ChatGPT to help us do that. Copy, paste. All right, so you're going to go over back to ChatGPT. You're going to start a new chat. And you're going to say, write a 30-word LinkedIn profile a description for an accountability coach who hosts a podcast called Gratitude Geek and loves to send greeting cards. And let's just see what happens.
Candace?
Yeah.
I always say please before. don't
Yes,
know
I do
why.
too. I do too. I always say please too.
So Canadian of you.
I say please a lot too.
I do too.
So this is okay. As an accountability coach, podcast host, a gratitude geek, and avid greeting card sender, I help individuals cultivate gratitude and achieve their goals with daily actionable steps. That's okay. I like what I have better. But if you don't have one, you can use ChatGPT to at least help you. So let's choose BJ right now. Now write a concise 30-word LinkedIn profile description for an avid sender of greeting cards who loves horses. And what else do you do? Give me one more thing to describe you.
Red wine.
We also have to tell it to write it in third person. Because your description is usually in third person. Okay, so
Did you include cards?
I did.
Okay.
Passionate about horses and red wine, BJ is an avid greeting card sender who delights in creating meaningful connections through heartfelt messages, one card at a time. That's a pretty good LinkedIn profile description for BJ. Here, I'll copy it and put it in the chat. Okay, so you can use ChatGPT. Who? Yes.
Kim next.
Who?
Kimberly Demarest next.
Kimberly Demarest. Okay, we can do Kimberly. Then we need to move on because there's something else I want to do. All right, so we're gonna in third person. We're gonna copy this, copy, paste, and I'm gonna add please. Now, please write a concise 30-word LinkedIn profile description in third person for a financial coach
Mhm.
who helps STEAM professionals. Give me some words.
Dig out of debt.
Okay. Kimberly is a financial coach who specializes in helping STEAM professionals dig out of debt, build wealth, and achieve financial freedom through customized strategies and practical guidance.
Woo, that's great.
Hot diggity darn.
What do you mean
Not
by
bad.
STEAM professional? What is
STEAM,
STEAM is, you include art, so science, technology,
Ah,
I forget what, engineering, art,
and
math.
math.
okay.
People in STEAM know what STEAM means. I know it's And maybe add the word young, helping young STEAM. Or you could helping married STEAM professionals or something.
Yeah.
You could tweak it a little bit, but that's pretty darn good.
I like the customized strategies and practical guidance. I mean, it's like beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, that,
Yeah.
thank you, Candace.
Isn't that groovy? Okay.
I want to use this for my blog on my website, so.
Oh,
um,
yeah. And now that you have that, you can, okay. Now
I
write
told you how much I love your.
a
There's a-
biography of Kimberly Demarest using the above linked in profile description. Now let's see what it does. Okay, so
I'm
we
ready
can
for
turn
it.
that one sentence into Kimberly Demarest is a seasoned accountability. Okay, so it's using everything from above. But you can see that if you were just focused on Kimberly, that it would spit out a lot, right? It would give you a lot. So the trick here is when you're using ChatGPT, one subject per conversation, per chat, right? Because the ChatGPT combined all three of those into one person. But you could literally take every single one of those lines and turn it into a paragraph or a blog post. Okay, so, and let me make sure that I remember everything I wanted to talk about. So we talked about training GPT to sound like you. We talked about writing reviews for other people. You can do the exact same thing to write Google reviews. I don't have it open. I recently did that for an insurance agent who did a quote for our company. Didn't end up doing business with him, but I wrote a nice review about him on Google reviews. And I used ChatGPT to write it. So, and the thing is, the reason why you want to do these reviews and recommendations is because it creates a feeling of yumminess, good vibes between you and the person you're reviewing. And when you know the law of reciprocity, when you do something nice for somebody, something nice is done for you. And it could take 100 people in the rotation for that to come back to you. It's a ripply thing. It's a wibbly wobbly ripply thing. But you put out that good ripple, and the law of reciprocity will return it back to you. So when you put out that good ripple, something nice is going to happen for you. So the more of these recommendations and reviews that you leave, chances are the more reviews and recommendations you're going to receive. And the more reviews and recommendations you receive, the more third-party validation you have, the more people will say, hey, maybe that's somebody that I want to do business with. All right. So let's talk about LinkedIn profiles. Let's go back to my LinkedIn profile. My, where am I? Okay. Holy crap.
Candace,
Yes.
quick question.
Yes.
Leaving reviews and recommendations also builds a backlink too, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It builds a backlink to you. So when you leave a Google review, you get a backlink to your Google profile. So yeah, it's a backlinking strategy as well. Okay. So, and LinkedIn, you get a backlink to your LinkedIn profile. So last week I did a lot of networking, and I opened up my LinkedIn profile because a lot of folks wanted to be friends with me on LinkedIn, and I had 1,000 followers. And I thought, oh, that's a nice round number. It has been less than a week. No, it's been probably a week, and now it's 1,022. So I've added 22 LinkedIn connections in the last week. Again, I did a lot of networking last week. And what I've noticed is when you are professionally networking, they don't want to be your Facebook friend. They want to be your LinkedIn connection. So I made it a psychological thing that I have to focus on improving my LinkedIn profile. So I've been making little incremental improvements. The thing I haven't worked on yet, which I'm telling you right now is what you need to work on, is right here in your about section, you have something like 3,500 characters to talk about who you are. Okay. So I saw a video about best practices for using this space right here, and you can actually put in headers. So you can go in here and you can put digital marketing pioneer, and then click save. And so then there's like a little header, and then you can write the paragraph about that. So there are several things that I want people to know about me if they come to my LinkedIn profile and they click on that about page. I want them to know that I'm an accountability coach. I want them to know that I host a podcast. I want them to know that I am a digital marketing pioneer, that I actually, before me, nobody ever tried to sell custom furniture on the internet. And I want them to know that I am living with metastatic breast cancer, because I think that's an important part of my story. So I need to rewrite this about me page. I want to put in headers. I want to add some emojis, and I want it to sound like I wrote it, but I want ChatGPT to write it. And the trick here is to use what you've already written and ask ChatGPT to make it better. So I'm going to just, and also one paragraph at a time, work on it one paragraph at a time. So I'm going to copy my first paragraph, and I'm going to go back to ChatGPT. I'm going to start a new window because I don't think I've actually started working on this. No. Okay. So I'm going to paste that in here, but I'm also going to go back to my little notepad where I'm keeping my ChatGPT prompts, and I'm going to copy a prompt. Wait, this is reflective, empathetic, and supportive. Yeah, I like that one. So I'm going to copy this prompt, copy, and go back to ChatGPT. I'm going to paste this before what I just pasted. So I need to train it to do this, and then erase hi, my name is. So now the prompt is acting like an accountability coach, write a LinkedIn article, write a LinkedIn bio using a reflective, empathetic, and supportive tone in first person about Candice Rodarty. I'm a business relationship. No, that's not what I am. I'm an accountability coach. See, it's been a while since I've updated this. An accountability coach and podcast host living with metastatic breast cancer on the Michigan Lakeshore. I help solopreneurs. I'm changing to solopreneurs because S&S, solopreneurs get shit done and create stronger relationships with clients, vendors, and colleagues, resulting in more money, more clients, and more opportunities. All right, so I'm asking ChatGPT to rewrite that. All right, let's see what it does. Let's see. Meet Candice Rodarty, a remarkable soul. See, it didn't do it in first person. Oh, see, okay. It's writing it as if it's me writing about a woman named Candice. And it's I don't like what it's writing, but it's giving you something to work with, right? It's giving me something to work with. So let's go back. We only have 5 minutes. So I want to give you some advice. Figure out what it is that you want people to know about you in your LinkedIn profile. So in this section right here, in your about section, what do you want people to know? What are the most important things for people to know? Number one is who you can help right now. So I want people to hire me to be their accountability coach. So that's my number one item. My second thing is I'm looking for people to be a guest on my podcast. So I want to talk about my podcast second. The third one is I am a Send Out Cards affiliate. I want to help people engineer their promptings, right? I want to teach people how to be a promptings engineer. So that's the third one I include. And the fourth one is, that if you have a podcast and you're looking for a guest who's living with breast cancer and has been doing it for 10 years and doesn't let it get in their way, I'd be a perfect podcast guest for you. So those are the four things I want people to read in my About Me profile. So that's what I'm going to ask ChatGPT to help me write. I hope that you all take what we just learned today and you improve your LinkedIn profiles and write some reviews. All right. Cool beans?
Yep.
Yes. We'll see you next week.
Thank you,
Bye,
thank you,
everybody.
thank you.
Blue cheers.